Hey everyone, Chris Murray of Elevation Wheel Company here. I wanted to do a video talking about why now is the best time you could start a mobile bike shop. As you know from some of my other videos, like how to start a bike shop, which I'll put up in one of the corners, I'm a big believer in service-focused shops, making things easier for your customer, mobile service, and I wanted to go over a couple points on why I think 2021 will be the perfect year to start your mobile bike shop. The bike industry saw a rise in demand by about 200 to 300% from all the bike manufacturers I talked with. Service was overwhelming at times. A lot of people were dragging their old bikes out of the garage to get them fixed up. Some of it was because they didn't want to spend money on a new bike. A lot of it, though, was they just couldn't buy a new bike even if they had the money to do it. I think this year is going to be even worse in that regard. I think all the old inventory is bought up now, so that's not going to be available to fall back on. And manufacturers are struggling to keep up with demand, as well as even if they can produce it, they can't get it shipped here because there's a lot of issues with shipping containers right now. So I think this year service is going to be busier than we've seen in a very long time. A few other reasons I think mobile service will work really, really well in 2021. Pandemic stuff, can't ignore it. There's a lot of customers that just don't want to go into retail establishments if they don't have to. The beauty of mobile is you can do everything for the customer completely contactless. So for people that want to take extra caution during this, you can very easily show up at their house wearing a mask, have them leave their bike outside, send them an invoice via email for payment. You can do everything without coming anywhere close to contact with the customer, and a lot of customers will appreciate that. Some people are more afraid of the disease than others. Some people are just truly in a higher risk or have high risk people in their family and they don't want to take the extra risk there. So they'll appreciate the extra caution of not having to go into another store, not having to come in contact with another person they don't really know that well. And beyond that, it's just easier for them. A lot of people are working at home all the time right now anyways, so it's really easy for you to just show up while they're working from home. You do your thing, send them an invoice, and then they get a fresh working bike, you get paid, everyone kind of wins in that scenario. Like I mentioned earlier, I think the scarcity of new bikes is going to be huge, especially on the lower end, entry-level end of the bike industry. Those components are probably pushed out further than others. From some of the reps I've talked with, you're looking at 400 to 600 days out on product for the lower end stuff. So there's going to be a big shortage again this year. A lot of the same stuff from last year will be in play. Except for this year, we won't have old stock to fall back on too. So even if you have the demand, you have the money, you won't be able to get a new bike. So people will be looking to fix their old stuff. And then beyond those reasons alone, I just think mobile service is going to be one of the key components of the future of bike repair. It's more simple. It matches a lot of other big trends we're seeing where you can basically have everything come to your door without having to leave your house, make another stop, because everyone's busier than ever. So that's why you see services like DoorDash, Grubhub, all of these things taking off, is it saves people time. And right now, people will pay money to save themselves some time. A trip to the bike shop twice, once to drop their bike off, once to pick it back up, plus the time in the shop, you're saving most customers over an hour of their time just by showing up to their house to do the service. Beyond that, as a business, your overhead is significantly lower as a mobile shop. The payment on even a nice van is going to pale in significance to what a traditional retail space would run for. It's not uncommon to see 2,000 square feet go for $5,000 a month in bigger areas. You can get a van payment for $300 a month, build it out for 10 grand, have a nice setup, and be way ahead financially. And then you don't have to do as much volume of work when you don't have that much overhead. So even though your total numbers for the year will be down relative to a brick and mortar shop, your profits will probably be up if you do it right. Because once you get the van, once you've got your tools, your overhead is virtually nothing relative relative to a brick and mortar shop. So it just makes a lot of sense in that regard as well. It's also nice too because you get a little bit more flexibility in your own personal schedule. One thing I always liked about mobile is if I had an appointment in the middle of the day or kid had something going on, whatever it may be, it was really easy to block out a couple hours in the middle of the day to go do whatever personal thing I had going on and then jump right back into the mix as far as working on customers' bikes. And you can do that without the guilt that comes with leaving a shop empty, not having somebody there at a physical building where customers are used to seeing somebody there at regular hours. So you get a little more flexibility in your own personal schedule too, which is really nice. The only downside is it's a little less comfortable in the extremes of weather. When it's really, really cold, really, really hot, vans are climate controlled to a point, but not like a nice building. But like most things uncomfortable, you usually get used to them. But yeah, so I know this was a fairly short video, but hopefully you guys found it helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you running a mobile shop now? Is it working for you? How's the year gone? So far, all of my friends that have mobile shops have had record-breaking years for themselves last year, and I don't see that slowing down for 2021. So hopefully any of you guys that just started a shop or are looking to start a shop see similar results. But yeah, let me know if there's anything we can do to help you guys out along the way, and if there's anything else you'd like to see in future videos. So if you found this helpful, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out and keeps me motivated on doing more videos like this. And as always, if there's something you want to see, leave it in the comments below and I will do my best to make that happen. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again. See ya.